Well, hold on. I do have grease. Oh, well, no, I should probably rest before we do that, though. Because I'm probably going to need, like, grease a few times. Like, maybe twice. Because it might disappear mid-fight. Let's rest up, actually. Manage. You're good at... You're good at cooking. Intimidating posture. Lindsay. Yeah, Amiri will hunt. DC is lower. I don't have enough honey. +1 bonus in saving throws. 1 temporary hit point. A hearty meal will give me 1 bonus on all saving throws. Same as Agus. But Agus is slightly easier to do. We'll try and do Agus. What's natural healing? I'm confused.
Everyone says brains aren't important for a lass. And they're right. A woman needs a bicep, that's what. A whack in the face will make anyone respect you.
Oh my god.
That's right.
Oh no. Of course we failed all the things. Obviously. Why would it go well for us? Obviously we failed all the things. Okay, we're gonna try and do this. I think it's gonna be extremely difficult, but we might be able to do it. We might be able to do it. Maybe if we have like, maybe if I use... Yeah, we're gonna have to use like the... I probably don't need to use the thing on me though. Like I can probably only use it on the melee characters. I probably don't need to use it on anybody that's not going to be melee range. Yes. Okay.
Well,
probably going to need to do this.
Amranda, I am your shield.
Adventures You're good. Await. Use that as well.
Together we are unstoppable.
Just letting the ink dry.
And we'll obviously do this.
Ready and willing.
Okay. We'll try it. See what happens.
There is no greater satisfaction than in overcoming a challenge. That is, of course, until one day the challenge overcomes you.
No. We'll just go.
Time for fun.
Oh, it's his turn first. Damn it.
I'll cut you.
Big miss.
Let us strike as one. Huh.
Lots of misses.
Consider me provoked.
Good.
Tear them apart!
Bro, everybody's gonna miss? Are you serious? Oh, I'm dumb. I should use a scroll. I just wasted I wasted a grease. Perfect.
Die for me.
Oh, an 8. That was good.
Do not falter.
This is for you.
Okay, move there.
They go down!
Not bad.
We can do it.
Bleed for me.
Not very successful. You're really hurt.
Onwards.
I'll fight if I have to.
Damn it. I think I just placed myself in a terrible spot, did I? Oh no, I can still hit him. Wow.
Strike with all your might.
He's almost dead.
I can't keep this up. Avenge me.
She's not dead.
Fear me.
Thankfully.
You can't stop me.
Damn it. Bro, you have got. Yes. Yes, that was so good. Oh my god, that was so good. Okay,
Yeah.
Val, you need to like, please, just because you're scaring me right now. Like truly. Also,
And Lindsay was called
please.
Yes.
Do it again.
Yes.
Thank God. Oh man, that was good. Grease is still there, though, so I'm going to be careful not to fall down. Ooh, a belt. Is there any other enemies here? I hope not. Oh, all the phone. Light crossbow +1. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Who cares? Perfect. What is this? Strength +2. Bruh. Bruh. Wait. What's this? 2 to con. I would lose some health. That's fine. I'd rather have the +2 to strength. Who could use con? You could use con. Yeah, here we go. Oh my god, dudes. Yes. Ah, that's so good. That is so good. Oh wow, that location was amazing. Thank God I thought of using Grease. Grease is so strong. Oh my lord.
No stopping.
Feels bad though. Went and killed Shrek. We just went in there and like just murdered Shrek. Wait. What is going on here? Wait. Oh, no way. Is that another troll? Oh, it is another troll, isn't it? Oh, no. These are bogards. Yeah, we should be okay with killing bogards. That should be fine.
Let's see what they're made of.
That's fine. We should be okay killing them. Can't imagine us having like too much of a hard time. I should just wait there. Because we're all like kind of tired, I guess. So just wait. You go, Danda.
Consider me provoked.
Yo.
Serves you right.
We won't falter.
They have a lot of HP.
I'll cut you.
Bring it!
Yo, that was great.
Stay behind me!
This is for you!
Good job. Is that scary? Are we scared? Are we shaking? Like, we're just shaking. Okay. I know I say just like as if, you know, there's no big deal, but
Forwards.
better that than the alternative, I think. Yeah, we're all already shaken, so I don't think there's any more you can do to us. Yo, that was a great turn. Oh, he's like scared. Oh. Yeah, he totally is.
Tear them apart!
Oh, she also is. Well, we should be able to kill them anyway.
I'll fight if I have to. You deserved it.
We can do it.
Nice. Nice turn again. Yeah, Regongar just doesn't matter because you'll never reach. You'll start running again in fear. Yep, that's what I thought. What a turn.
They go down!
Same for you. Gonna turn around. Yep. Here it is. No surprise there.
You can't stop me.
Fortunately,
Any last wishes?
no surprise there again.
Strike with all your might!
Nice. Okay. Pick from Chaos, Mage Armor, Gold Trinket, and Gold. Okay. Is that it? Anything else in here?
Onwards.
Like, can I not go towards the tree? No, I cannot go towards the tree. Okay. Oh, that was an interesting location. For sure. That was nice. Let's go. These are just regular spears. Yeah. That was awesome. All right, let's go towards the abandoned hut. So, like here. Yeah, we can. No, we can cross here apparently. Oh. Oh. Ew. That's not a great path.
I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, a few tired people. It's okay. Well, we won't rest just yet. We'll rest until like people. We'll wait until people are like dead, tired,
March
or something.
on.
Yeah. So this entire map
rest is
I've
in
done
order.
before. I did it while the stream, like while the recording was off. You're here. Please follow me. I obviously didn't have that many party members though when I did it. Father, please, I looked for the herbs you asked for. There just weren't enough to. Silence! Do you forget the rules? You speak when I say, you do as I say. Disobedience leads to punishment. But Father, 3 times. He said disobedience leads to punishment. Enough, I can't, enough. He said, and you disobeyed twice, and then 3 times, and then he hits him.
No stopping now.
This requires your attention.
The staircase decayed and collapsed long ago. Can't be climbed. Rotted wooden racks long ago used for drying herbs. And an enlarged person potion.
I need to catch my breath.
Yeah. People are tired. I get it. Yep. Just 2 wolves here. Fairly certain.
Die for me.
Consider me provoked.
Huge bummer for that miss.
Let us strike as one.
Hey!
We won't falter.
So many meta characters. That is okay.
Bleed for me.
for you.
We're all gonna miss, aren't we? I wish I could, like, there was a button to stand up, because, like, there's not. I have to, like, do this to stand up.
Do
Can't
not falter.
click away, which is really annoying.
Bring it! Tear them apart!
Okay, you can't reach, so fine.
Forwards!
This is where I step in.
Whoa, dude, you never hit. That's amazing.
Is in order.
Very nice. She never hits. I've read that note before, but we're going to read it again. Nugra's old note. In early spring, Willow's leaves are the same color as her eyes. His, too. I barely hold myself from burning them out with acid. It is his fault. Despicable. Weak. If it was not for him, she would still be alive. So she died probably giving him like birth. Does not talk to me. Look away. Plans something I know. I have to gather forest herbs and make a hiding place. Hide my charms. He is a coward, but he can steal and run away. I will punch it out of him. Everything hurts. I can barely walk. How could he? How? He would never bring himself to confront me on his own. He says his name is now Staglord. He says he will not let me die or let me go. He says I should not be calling him my son, like I ever did. He told me to pack my things. We are leaving soon. He now has his people in his own fortress. I'm hiding the charms in the herb cache. I probably should not. I will not be able to escape. He will not let me. So here's my theory is the father was like angry all the time because the mother died, giving birth to the son. And because he looked like his mother so much as he was growing up, he was like super angry and he kept like attacking him and like torturing his son. And he even says that he wanted to burn his face with acid, like his eyes out with acid because he looked like his mother. So he's completely insane. And I think the son became also so angry and insane that he kind of started calling himself the Stag Lord, got a following, basically enslaved his own father. And yeah, just great family overall. Fantastic. Great. Another coin. Damn, dude. Honestly.
I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, people are tired. I get it. Yeah, that's what he came back, basically. Where have you been? I told you to prepare everything for the ritual. You will never give me orders again. What? Well then, summon your power. Maybe you'd like to try the acid. I am not your slave any longer. Did he stab him? Not your toy. Did he stab him to like hurt him so bad that he fell down, or did he just punch him? I don't know. Not your son. Yeah, no, he's kicking him. Okay. Enough. I won't kill you. Your powers will be of use to me. From now on, you do as I say. You speak when I say. Disobedience leads to punishment. Always. Fun times.
A rest is in order.
A small deserted timber shed. Yeah, okay. So this chest, remember, is locked, and we have to be careful.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Can somebody else try?
It's just not my
Okay, so I
lucky
do
day.
have 2 tries. Unless somebody else can. Battery can't pick locks. Yeah. Yeah, I want to save scum locked chests. I'm not going to do that with like most things, but like this specific thing I want to do.
Now I'm embarrassed.
It's just not my lucky day.
For real. You guys are the worst. Come on, it's not that hard. Just open the chest, man.
applause, please.
Sure. I will applause now, because... Damn.
I have been waiting for you. The flowers, birds, and wind told me you would come. Oh, my poor flowers. They will perish before long in this bog.
The familiar outline of the nymph appears before you. It seems you're the only one who can see or hear the nymph.
Not many have heard a voice from above, and fewer still are those who followed it to a positive outcome.
Tell me what to do next. It's weird because last time, Lindsay said something, and now it's Valerie.
Search the area around the hut. Try to find anything that remained of the druid who lived here. I am sure the fog is his doing. This suffocating veil is as vicious as his nature. We should learn more about the fog and the ritual through which it was created. Return to me if you find anything. The past may hide the answers that shape the future.
Okay. Tell me about yourself. I would like to know more about my ally.
Do you really wish to know? Fine. I'll tell you a fairy tale. Once upon a time, there lived a young nymph. She lived in an enchanted forest, where 1,000 birds sung day and night, where the sun often left a spark or two hanging in the tree crowns, and where the starlight fell on sleepy glades like a glowing, soft haze. The young nymph loved simple things, like sitting by the stream with her friends, braiding each other's hair and adorning their braids with crystals made of dew, or watching the flowers blooming. But inside her soul, the young nymph dreamed of something more.
The nymph voice is quiet but clear. As you hear it, you seem to sense the aroma of the forest glades, washed with the morning dew, mixed with the odor of spring meadows, aflood with blooms.
Oh, dreams. Nothing in any world can live without them. Even a seed that falls in fertile soil cannot sprout without the dream of the sun. The same was true for our nymph. She wished to turn her enchanted forest into a true fairy tale kingdom and fill it with thousands of wonders. But plans so ambitious rarely go unnoticed by greater powers.
New notes creep into the aroma of the forest and meadow. You now smell a storm coming.
Those greater powers decided to punish the nymph for her boldness. They sent a horrible monster to poison the enchanted forest and kill the singing birds. The nymph was forced to flee, and finally she found shelter here in the stolen lands. Here she hoped to sprout the seeds of a new dream, even as she mourned the dream she'd lost. But then the magic mist appeared, killing everything that lived. And the nymph cast about, desperately searching for help. So far, these are the fairy tale's final words. But I hope this is not the end just yet.
Would you be willing to share the details of your story about these evil powers, the enchanted forest, the monster?
One day, perhaps. Perhaps I will tell you more. But it doesn't matter now. We need to concentrate on the problems at our doorstep. The Stag Lord, the Druid, the Mist.
I had a strange vision. A young man and an old druid would torture them. Then they exchanged roles.
Yes, yes. The soil, water, and stones here are infused with toxic pain and fear. They poison this place as we speak. You have seen where your enemy's journey began. The one called Stag Lord was once the victim of a cruel madman, and has since become one himself. You see now how monsters are born. But what comes of regret for a thing you cannot change? There is no time to be lost. We must do away with the fog quickly.
Okay.
I will be waiting.
Yep.
It is done.
What's that thing?
Yeah, I remember this. Token of the Dryad. I don't know what that is,
No
but
stopping now.
we like it. A wooden house, time-worn and apparently deserted.
What's that?
That's the note. I went to the old Temple of the Elk again today. Wicked, gloomy place, just like my soul. It used to shine once and is hollow and horrible now. Did he spy on me? Maybe I should lock him up. No, let him be. What can he do to use this coward? Just whimper and hide. So that's the father before the guy became the Stag Lord, essentially.
You come again. Did you find something?
The stone altar is decorated with an something. Okay. I found the druid's notes. They mentioned the Temple of the Elk. Can this help us?
An ancient temple. The temple of the stag god. Yes, that must be it. The place of power where the druid created the fog. Perhaps we'll be able to cleanse it from there. The temple hides in the thicket not far from here. You'll need to go there and purge the place of whatever evil still lingers there, summoned by the druid's sinister ritual. Take care. You are my only hope.
I have a clear goal now. I'll continue my journey. Cool. So let me just reread this. The stone altar is decorated with an eroded foliage pattern and symbols of green faith.
Onwards.
Charge!
Are there two wolves here or just one? I don't know. Might just be the one. Oh, thank God for the miss.
Consider me provoked.
Oh.
Let us strike as one!
We can do it!
Nice.
I'll cut you!
Tear them apart!
Bro, for real? All gonna miss?
This is for you!
Oh, dude. That was beautiful. Unfortunately, we can't skin it because you deleted it. The ground near the chest is covered with culinary herbs they dried out long ago. So I remember this. So what I did last time was I put in some herbs of my own. And then I closed it. Yeah, there it is. And now we get these things, which awesome. Of transmutations and bodily poisons, part 1. Alchemy is the triune science of primes, or basic elements of which all things are composed, forces by which those things are set in motion, and families of all such things with a studious mind can perceive in our world. An art most formidable, it grants its practitioners power over nature and even over that which beyond nature lies. He who has mastered it fully shall become like the gods. Yet woe be unto he who sets about its study without diligence and zeal, for his days are numbered. The path ahead is perilous and arduous in equal measure, and he who sets his foot upon it heedlessly shall not find wisdom, but only a quick and grisly end. Okay, and that's a short sword +1, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and nobody's using those. So, I mean, he's using his scimitar. And she's using a bow. Yeah. Nobody uses these. Awesome. Save.
A rest is in order.
I know you want to rest. I'm fully aware. I think we're gonna go back to we're gonna go back to the training post.
I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, everybody's tired. That's okay.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
It'd be fantastic. Oh, what is this?
We should gather our strength.
Okay. The source is in your land is going to be claimed. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is like one of those resource for the kingdom management thing in chapter 2. Awesome. Yeah, we're very tired. Everybody's super tired. And also, we probably have like a lot of readings to do and talking to people. Like we have 2 new companions that we can talk to. So, Octavia, with a delighted smile, Octavia inhales the smell coming from the Oleg's trading post. Fresh bread. I can't believe it. All this time that we sat in cages and crawled in the mud, there were places in the world where they were baking fresh bread. And here we are. I bet they have clean sheets, and maybe we can even take a bath. A girl can dream. I get some rest. You deserve it. You can be sure of that. I got years of rest to catch up on, and I'll be stuffing my face until I turn into a ball. You do so much for us. Is it all because you are kind, or maybe... The half-elf smiles flirtatiously. Maybe it's because you've been charmed by my beauty. Oh my god. Wow. We're gonna go with the first one, obviously. Exactly. I would have never found the Technic League's encampment if your beauty hadn't beckoned me. Octavia laughs out loud. For a moment, something more than just friendliness flashes across her eyes. Oh, you're so sweet. All right, enough talk. Fresh bread and clean sheets await. Yeah, because Regongar is probably going to go away, so...
March on.
I mean, chances are we're actually not going to bring... Like, as soon as we get one more character, we're probably not going to bring him. Oh, what's happening? Listen, there's... Well, since you dispatched the bandits with such skill, maybe you can help us with another problem. There's a feral swine living here in the woods, not a normal wild pig. We're talking about a vicious boar, as big as a bear and wicked as a devil. The locals call him Tusk Gutter. Many hunters have lost life and limb to him. Beckel Benzen found his lair and went to kill the beast, but came back with one leg. He put a bounty on the boar's head, but it looks like there aren't any heroes around here bold enough to claim it. Maybe you will rid us of this monster. Amiri livens up. Hey, we're better than the local wussies, right? Want to bet I can chop off at this Tusk Gutter's snout with a single swing? Come on, let's find out. All right, let's go kill Tusk Gutter. Amiri gives you a wide grin and slap your shoulder. Right, that's the way I like it. Let's do it. Nice. Yep, Amiri killed Tusk Gutter. Nice. That's super awesome. Yeah, we're gonna sell. Show me your wares, bro. Offer. I'm gonna keep one masterwork longbow. Yeah, these we're not gonna use. Maybe crossbow we're not using, obviously. We might use the chain shirt +1. But not just yet, and I'm not about to equip it to Regongar. I mean, I should probably while he's with us, but yeah, I'm probably gonna equip him for now, but I'll change it afterwards. I think that's about right. Yeah. Wait, no, that's not right. Aha. I thought so. Deal. Oh, that's garbage. It's not too bad, but yeah. Okay, that makes sense. We're gonna have to buy some potions afterwards anyway. Chode.
How may I serve you?
Well, the elk.
That's why I'm here.
There it is. I heard of the Temple of the Elk from a local nymph. She believes a mad druid who served the Stag Lord once performed his rituals there. It seems that there were magic mists comes from.
To defile the ancient shrine of Erastil, and with such unnatural magic. How could it be that this druid wasn't completely exhausted? As you wish.
Okay, well. Wait, hold on. Hold the phone.
It is done.
Can I talk to you again? Like, do you have more stuff to say now?
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Why do you want to kill this Tuscutter so much? He's a monster. We kill monsters. What's so difficult to understand? You all yourself? No. What do you do for tribe? Kill you later someday, maybe. Okay. So no, she doesn't really need to. She doesn't really have anything else to say.
Follow me.
Valerie, do you have anything else to say? Nope. Doesn't seem like it. Nods with dignity. I love it. Is there somebody up here? No. Alright, we'll go inside. We need to rest anyway. Eight Eyes. Do you want to talk? Nope. Turning in the quest. Here's your ring, Svetlana. Kressel gave it to me. I even managed to convince her not to fight me. Svetlana sighs bitterly. I suppose I should tell you the truth about her. Kressel wasn't her real name. Her real name was Irina before all this. She was the daughter of my mother and her second husband, my half-sister. I can't help but feel like everything that happened to her was my fault. She always had a wildness to her. She'd wander the streets, hanging out with a bad crowd, until the day she passed. Mother complained about Irina constantly. Back then it was just cruel games and strange escapades. She never really hurt anyone back in Rostov. Her father didn't live much longer than our mother, so I decided to try to help Irina. I brought her here to the Stolen Lands, though Oleg was against it, and once here she immediately fell under the Stagler's influence. She never even needed to meet him. The stories and rumors from local hunters and bandits were enough to win her over. She would tell us how he was a real leader, unlike Rostov's softies. Eventually she ran away, only to return under a new name, with a pack of thugs to collect taxes from us. What's worse, she participated in the torture and execution of prisoners alongside the Stagler's minion. I don't know if there's any way to set her back on the right path, but I'm grateful for your kindness. Perhaps there's little hope. For the sake of my mother's memory, I'd like to believe that. Got some experience and some camping supplies and rations. Okay.
Onwards.
I was hoping for money, to be honest, but I can live with that. No, doesn't have anything else to say. Go upstairs. Oh, they're both here. Nice. Let's talk to them. Hello. Octavia smiles at you flirtatiously. Got any good news? Can you tell me about your childhood, please? What are strange things to ask to somebody, just randomly? Octavia sighs. Too little, some scraps of memories, no more than that. What exactly do you remember? Octavia reflects on that, tapping her finger against her cheek. Nothing special, some images of a faraway past, that's all. I do remember wooden table legs. The paint on them was peeling off and I was standing on my toes trying to peek at what was on the table. I remember the wild rose by the window. It kept me up at night, scratching the glass with its gnarled branchlets. I do remember my mother's blue dress. It was a trifle battered, but it smelled of lavender. Octavia wrinkles her forehead. I guess that's all. Not much here, right? All those memories, it's like they're not mine at all. I recall some images and I know I should feel something about them, but I don't remember what exactly I should feel. So let them rot in a swamp with the tazzleworms. Octavia grins cheerfully. My life's good enough without them. What do you know about your parents? You're a half-elf, right? Am I? Octavia examines herself as if seeing herself for the first time. You know, I think you might be right. I'm rather slim and tall and I can see well in dim light. She raises her hands and touches her ears. Ah, they're a bit pointy. Yes, I'm definitely a half-elf. She's obviously trolling. Let's think about that logically. So my mother was an elf and my father was a human. Maybe it was the other way around and my mother was a... Finally, Octavia can't take it anymore and bursts into laughter, having spoiled her own act. So that's it. Now you know as much about my parents as I do, she says after her laughter subsides. Do you remember how you were enslaved? I clearly remember that the man who took me away from my home. He was big with a huge pot belly and shaggy beard. I was afraid he would eat me. Octavia shrugs. Anyway, he didn't stay with me long. He gave me to his slaver accomplices and I never saw him again. When my mother was giving me to him, she was crying. I can still barely hear her quiet voice, but I can't recall her voice, or words, or her face behind the tears. Just that lavender smell. It tickled my nose and I wanted to sneeze. Did my mother sell me into slavery? But then why was she crying? And if she didn't want me to be a slave, why didn't she try to save me? Octavia twirls her hair, pondering over the thought, then sighs. One more riddle from my past that I don't care to solve. It must be horrible being unable to recall your childhood. Oh, I recall my childhood in rather bright details. It was spent in dirty barracks. I wore flea-infested rags and slept on a straw mattress instead of a proper bed. Octavia smiles humorlessly, though I understand what you mean. You know, to be honest, I'm not sure I want to remember my childhood before slavery. If I could remember what I lost, it would probably be just bring me more pain. Octavia shakes her head several times and makes herself smile again. So it's good that I don't remember much of anything. Okay, what can you tell me about your life in slavery? I don't like to recall it, but if you insist. Octavia frowns. The slavers from the Technic League tried to ruin my life, but all they could do was ruin my childhood. How did you happen to find yourself in the Stolen Lands? My enslavers from the Technic League funded a large expedition into the Stolen Land. 100 agents, tens of slaves, wagons. We were to search for some ancient artifacts or ancient ruins. Octavia shrugs. Our group never made it to the Technic League hideout. Along the way, it was attacked by the future owner of the Stolen Land herself, and I'll be forever grateful to her for it. Octavia winks cheerfully. Ah, do you have many masters over the years? Did you have any masters? Yes, many of them. Some owned me for years, others felt they'd had enough of me in a couple of months. Trust me, I did all I could to make every master eager to get rid of me. A slave that's trained in magic is a rather expensive thing, so they wouldn't kill me. At least, that was the hope. So I drooled and I played an idiot, and I listened as every new masters argued with my former one, trying to return me. Sometimes I punctured the pages of magic books I was forced to copy with a quill. Other times I pretended to mix up the spells, so instead of lighting a magic torch, I set dozens of dancing lights floating just below the ceiling. Of course, most of these tricks of mine usually ended badly. I got punished on a regular basis. My back still remembers the master's whips, though all my scars from those times are long gone. Where did you learn to use magic? Oh, I was taught magic by Janusz of Starfall. A city just as brutal and as harsh as the unforgiving Numerian land that it is the capital of. The place is a mockery of the soft capital of the south, with a level of decadence which would put even Taldor to shame. This decadence is surrounded by the filthy reek of human misery. Here, the black sovereign Kevath Kul rules at the whim of the Technic League, while the rest of his city suffers under his harsh rule. Ugh. One of the most famous wizards in Numeria, Maestro Janusz, as he insisted on calling himself. Octavia's voice overflows with contemptuous sarcasm. Anyone would be happy to learn from such a grand master, and only a talentless bee like me would dare to reject his teaching and indulge in her laziness. At least that's what Maestro Janusz used to repeat constantly, while whipping knowledge into my back. The great Maestro was a big fan of punishment. Octavia's lips pressed into a thin line. The Technic League didn't care if a few slaves died under the master's whip, as long as Maestro Janusz provided an arcane-trained one in return. Officially, there's no slavery in Numeria, but the Technic League is above any law. A slave with an aptitude for the arcane is worth much more than a regular one. The slave's repertoire is limited to the simplest and safest spells, of course. Have you ever tried to run away? What a silly question. Of course I tried. As soon as we saw even the tiniest opportunity to get free, Reg and I grabbed for it. On one occasion, we jumped from the cart into the river. There was a time when we spent weeks trying to dismantle the far wall of the barrack and make a path out. Sometimes we attacked our guards when they least expected it. We craved freedom. We lived only to dream about it. Those short days, sometimes weeks, that we spent on the run were the happiest days of my life. We used to hide in the woods or blend in with the crowd on the streets of Starfall. Midnight stars were our guiding lights, and we shared our dream with them, to reach the river kingdoms, for in these lands there were neither slaves nor masters. We were starving and freezing, but that was the real life. Too bad it usually ended too soon. The Technic League agents always found us in the end. I don't know how they managed to do it. They probably used magic, or maybe it was just our fate. They whipped us and returned us to our old masters, or sold us to new ones if the old ones refused to pay. So we were slaves again, but the dream about the river kingdoms never left our hearts. Have your masters ever hurt you? She literally just told me that 20 times, but sure. You figured that out, didn't you? Octavia narrows her eyes. Or maybe you want to hear all about the beatings I survived, the humiliations I've endured. Imagine the worst thing one person can do to another and multiply it tenfold. That's what happened to me nearly every day in slavery. Masters. Oh, I hate that word. Octavia shakes her head furiously, making her locks dance. They punished me because they wanted to hurt me. But what hurt even more was the mere fact of their existence. Octavia stops you, gently touching your hand. Wait, I want to tell you. She sighs and shakes her head as if trying to collect her thought. The Technic League agents you rescued us from. Reg and I tried to run away many times, but they always managed to find us eventually. I have no reason to hope that this time they'll have lost track of us for good. Should I go chaotic good? I've done a lot of lawful and lawful neutral stuff, so like I'm like doing it chaotic good would probably bring me back towards good. Yeah, let's try that. I won't let those filthy slave traders take you again. Just let them try. Yes, we'll chase them to the border. We won't see them through the dust. Suddenly she frowns in contemplation, twirling her locks. Still, I'd like to find them first. What kind of relationship do you have with Regongar? Octavia shrugs awkwardly. We're together, she answers simply. The way you said we're together sounded unconvincing. Is something wrong? You've noticed. Well, I didn't mean that. Now I'll have to explain. Octavia shakes her head. I'm not sure I know how to put it correctly. You see, Reg seems to treat me like his property. He's always kind to me, and it feels good when we travel together, or when we share a blanket at a campsite, but he always calls me my Octavia. I've told him over and over that I don't belong to anyone, that I'm my own, that I stay with him by my own free will. He only grins when I say that. I bet he likes to think that I'm his. Never mind though, I'll sort it out somehow. Octavia shakes her head, making the troubling thoughts go away. When did you meet Reg? Years ago, when I was studying magic at Maestro Janosh. Reg was a student too, though you couldn't actually say he was really studying anything. Reg had his own ways to cast spells. He never needed the Maestro's instruction. You see, unlike wizards, Reg draws powers directly from his innate bloodline abilities. Like me! Janosh didn't realize the nature of Reg's power when he took the young boy as his new student, and when he finally understood them, he just taught the negligent half-orc to control his power, to avoid harming himself or the others. Reg and I have been together ever since. We could both use magics, but more importantly, we both craved freedom. We used to vow to each other that someday we'd break free from the unbearable captivity or die trying, together. Octavia gives you a warm smile. I guess it's good that we fulfilled only the first part of the vow. You owe him much. Octavia winces. I don't like this word. I don't owe anything to anybody. Everything I do of my own free will. But to answer your question, yes, Reg has done a lot for me. I can count on how many times he was whipped by masters because of me, how many times he took the blame for my doings. He never complained when he dragged him, beaded and covered in blood, to the slave barracks. He just groaned and clenched his fist while I bandaged his wounds with the scraps of my filthy clothing. We've always been together my whole life, as slaves and as free people. I wouldn't be me if not for him. The fact that Reg is so impulsive doesn't bother you. Ah, that is a very delicate matter. Octavia winces, looking away. Reg means a lot to me, and he endured a lot for me, but some parts of him just scare me. He becomes extremely bloodthirsty when it comes to slavers. Don't get me wrong, I hate slavers with all my heart, and I'll do a lot to cleanse the world of their filth, but Reg, he'd do anything. Understand? Like, absolutely anything. I'm afraid that anger might kill him, but might kill everything good in him. I've attempted to talk to him about it many times, but he just won't listen. He becomes even angrier after our conversations. Octavia sighs sadly. Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to stay with us for long because he's chaotic evil, so he's probably going to just be mad that we're not doing enough or something. I just have to ask, how do you manage to look so gorgeous even when we're out in the middle of nowhere? Oh, so you've noticed. Octavia smiles slyly. My appearance is a result of daily effort, and it's not easy. Do you know how much time it takes to create good makeup or to mend a dress, even with the help of magic? So if someday you wake up early, an hour before dawn or so, you can actually check on me. You'll see how I prepare myself for a new day. I'm going to go over the first... Well... I'm going to go for the first one. Oh, Octavia, the flower of the Stolen Lands. You're as beautiful as you are dangerous. You strike down monsters with your spells as you strike down people with your beauty. You're a real sweet talker. I feel all flushed. Octavia fans herself with a hand. Well, now I'll have to pay even more attention to my looks for now. I know for sure that there's someone who appreciates my efforts. You worship Calistria, right? Yes, many slaves survived only thanks to their faith. Some lived hoping for a day when a good deity would deliver them. Some even offered deals for the evil gods. But me and Reg, Calistria has taught us the most important things. Who's Calistria? Also known as the Savor's thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Expect no gifts from above, relying only on ourselves. Never forgive those who wronged us, but at the same time, savor every droplet of pleasure we could squeeze from our bleak days. It's amazing how after all your hardship, you still remain so cheerful and optimistic. Octavia's smiles fades a little. I try not to view my life as a never-ending course of sufferings. Yes, I've had my share of hard times, but do I need to recall them? After all, along with the bad things, I had some good things as well. I had a dream and I followed it, and eventually it came true. Following that path, I met Reg and you. Now I'm free and surrounded by friends. Octavia's voice trembles with hidden emotions, but her smile remains warm and sincere. Why do you need to find the Technical League agents? I broke free from slavery thanks to you. I've obtained everything I dreamed of, my freedom and the opportunity to control my life. I want to use this opportunity to fight the Technical League, at least the part of it that operates here in the Stolen Lands. I wish to free all the slaves from their Technical League masters. Octavia gives you a warm smile as it gently touches your hand. I do believe that while we're together, we can achieve a lot. Even this. Okay. That was a good talk. Sure, Octavia smiles. Come anytime. Okay. Let me just put in some stuff in there and then we'll talk to Regongar. So this goes in there. That too. Yep. Those. The coin. Yeah, I think that's it. Nope. I lied. This as well. Save. Regongar.
My strength betrays me.
What do you want? Have a little chat? Alright. It's not like we have anything better to do. Tell me about yourself. What is there to know? I was born. I'm alive. I haven't died yet. That's enough for you? Do you remember your childhood? Regongar scowls. What a crap question. I was just a kid when they sold me. Before that, I don't remember much. Smoky fires, stinky hides, always bumping along on a horse. I think I was born in one of the Kelid tribes of Numeria. There are many, some survivor on their own, some give up their pride and serve the Technical League. I guess mine was one of the cowards if they sold their own kids. I remember my father's hands, rough, scarred, white. So I guess I get this green skin from my mother. But I don't remember her. I think I remember playing with another half-heart child. A brother, maybe? For some reason, they didn't sell him, just me. Father gave him his dagger to play with. Never gave it to me. I don't want to remember. Forget all this. I'm an orphan. Regongar waves his hand wryly. I grew up a slave. That I remember well. So many things burn into my memory. Most of all, I remember her, my Octavia. Today we're all almost the same age, but back when she was twice as young as me, just a child. But a brave one, cunning, bold, and beautiful, the most beautiful girl in the world. What deity do you worship? Ha! Never got much help from the gods so far, but if you make me choose, I'd say Calistria. Who else could I worship? The savored stain, the goddess of pleasure, fun, and revenge. Oh yes. Where did you get your magical powers? What magical powers? The hells are you talking about? Oh, you mean these? Regongar makes lightning run over his hand with a contented smile, then snap his finger, invoking a shower of blinding sparks. I've had them since I was born. At least one thing I can think of, I think I can thank my scum parents for. Maybe these powers are why they sold me to slavery. I think they were scared. Who knows? Damn Numerians. At the Technic League, they drew my blood, did experiments, burned me with fire, tortured me with cold, electricity, and they told me, you won't believe it. Oh, I clicked on something. Okay. They told me I have blue dragon blood in my veins. Not bad, huh? I'm a dragon, you freaks. Come check my blood if you dare. That's interesting. I have silver dragon in my vein. Grinning, Regongar strikes his palm with a fist, and another fountain of electricity sparks shoots upwards. How do you manage to use both a sword and magic and not cut off your fingers? It's simple. I'm just that bloody good. The Athor gives a contented grin. What do your tattoos mean? They're magical. They help me control my powers. The Technic League gave them to me. I'd hoped that somewhere on my body there was at least one sign left by my tribe, but no. I guess they didn't even care to bother. To hell with them. They better hope I never find them. If I ever meet my father, I will even the score between us. Do you enjoy making people suffer? Why should I care about their suffering? I do what I want. If I step on someone's toes, then they shouldn't have put themselves in my way. But chasing someone just down to torture them, that's only entertainment for maniacs like the Technic League. Well, on second thought, For them, I would make an exception. I'd love to watch as I fry them nice and slow. But what do you ask? Do my method shock you? Regongar clenches his fist, buzzing with sparks, and laughs loudly at his joke. Lawful good. Seems to me you're no more than a common felon. Look who's talking. Who are you then if I'm in your gang? An accomplice? Or maybe you're hoping to redeem me with friendship and good examples? Thank you for your answers. Tell me about your life in Numeria. You mean my life as a slave? I didn't see much except for the slave barracks and the League's twisted laboratories. How did you happen to become a slave? I was sold by my own tribe when I was just a little brat. The Athor clenches his teeth, then spits on the ground and steps on it with his boot. So I grew up in a slave's barracks. I was raised to be sold like a battle animal. They tried to break me, but they picked the wrong brat. No matter how much you beat this animal, he only gets angrier. The half-orc punches himself in the chest and snarls. Why did your master teach you magic? Can't you guess? Because magic is in my blood. It's why they bought me. I wasn't raised as some lowly mop slave, but as a murder machine. I'd fetched quite a nice sum of gold. You might also ask if they knew I'd take the first opportunity to rip their own guts out using everything they taught me. Ha! Of course they did. But that's a technically, they calculate risk. Octavia kept pretending to be simple-minded so they wouldn't expect anything of her. But I made every effort, though they didn't teach me much. What is there to teach? It's not book magic, it's in it. They made me practice with my sword more, but if I did my best in everything, I studied all I could. They knew they were raising an enemy, but they thought they could keep me on a short leash, or sell me to someone with deep pockets so I'd become someone else's problem. But who won in the end, huh? Who's free? Who will bury them all? The Athor makes an obscene gesture in the northern-western direction towards Numeria. What else did you see beyond your life in chains? What could I have seen? Well, when we ran, we went through Starfall. That's a fine city, big, loud, many merchants, things to see, things to steal. But I didn't make much chance to walk around. It's the very nest of the sodding Technic League. We were focused more on getting out alive. We met some barbarians. I asked them who might know what tribe I'm from, but they didn't know anything. I don't have any tribal tattoos. Nothing. Actually, they're all right. Well, some of them. The blood pipes, for one. They're great. All the rivers are theirs. We sailed with them during one of our escapes, almost all the way to Prevoy, and they didn't turn us in, but the White Scars got us after that. Those guys are shit. They sold their pride to the Technic League. Oh, one more thing. One time Octavia and I tried to escape and stumbled across a Numerian monster. I'll never forget it. A huge spider the size of a house, made of metal, spitting fire, shooting deadly rays all around. That thing could probably tear even a dragon to pieces. Ruined our escape plans too. We had to go back. Damn, that's scary. Did you and Octavia try to escape? What do you think? Of course we tried. I stopped counting how many times, jumped from windows, dug tunnels, choked out guards, or seduced them. That happened too. But those dirtbags got us every time. Every bloody time. My back is covered with whip scars. Lucky we were prized property. They spent too much gold on us to kill us. Anyone else would be hung and forgotten, but they kept trying to break us and recoup their expenses. I don't know whether I could have survived by sheer stubbornness if it weren't for Octavia. I probably couldn't have. I would have just given up and died, but I had to pull my girl out of that meat grinder, and she believed in me and had enough hope for both of us. When I lay there with my back slashed to pieces, she whispered to me about the River Kingdoms, where there's no slavery, where everyone can go wherever they want and take whatever they want. I'll be damned, but I thought she was just making this up to keep our hopes alive, and now it turns out to be true, all of it, every last words. No chains, no slaves, no laws, just live and be happy. Is slavery legal in Numeria? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. There are some laws against it, but even in Starfall, 1/3 of the people live in bondage. And that's the capital. In regions where the Black Sovereign Hands doesn't reach, they hold it to tribal customs instead of laws. The barbarians don't keep slaves, instead they have thralls. Big bloody difference. And on top of all that mess, there's a Technic League. Law and custom mean nothing to those slime balls. They just take whatever and wherever they want. What kind of relationship do you have with Octavia? Well, my Octavia and I don't have a relationship. We have a life together. How do you meet? Back when we were children, we were taken as apprentices and by a great spellmaster Janusz. Maestro Janusz, he called himself. He was our teacher. While he made Octavia read books and memorize spells, I have my own innate magic. He trained me a bit, taught how to control my gifts so I wouldn't lose control and incinerate myself like a dumbass. Oh, teacher, we will meet again. There's one more test I must pass. But you were asking about my Octavia. We've been together all of our lives. We learned everything together, how to weave magic and how to survive. And as we grew older, we learned how to love. Without each other, we would never have gotten out of here. That's for sure. We would have given up and surrendered to death. But together, it's a very different story. Not the first time and not the 10th, but eventually we made it out. Why do you call her yours? She doesn't seem to like that very much. My girl loves freedom so much, and even a slight chance of losing it, it frightens her. She's so smart. I really think she feels like I'm trying to make her mine, like an apple stolen at the market. Me, who was skinned alive, trying to help her escape. If she's afraid of the word my, it's because she doesn't understand the difference between my boots and my heart. But she will understand, sooner or later. Are you and Octavia faithful to each other? Octavia and I are connected, and this connection cannot be broken. We grew into each other, you know? Jealousy is for weak cowards. We don't trust each other and are scared of being tricked. Who don't trust each other, yeah. If a knight on the side threatens your love, that just means there was no real love here to begin with. She and I are together to the end, and we will never part from each other. So when she likes some lad or some lass, it's no drama to me. I just ask her whether she wants me to leave them alone or join in. And if she does the same, then she does the same. What, are you judging us? Or maybe you just want to join us in our tent, hmm? The Afar grins. I'm gonna go with the second one, but sure. I couldn't do that. To me, love is impossible without faithfulness. Regongar smirks. Live as you wish. I'm not trying to get into your bed. What did you say when you were killing Kelana? What? Oh, that. Talistria's holy words. I stabbed thee with my heart. We say that when we get our vengeance. Those words make it so much sweeter. Okay, I have to go. So long. If you want to know anything else, just ask. Don't be shy. Just don't go pale when I answer. Okay, well,